Yeah.
160 mil, and that's not through the whole league. That's through the whole league, but that's not like every player
That's
ever.
what I'm saying. Will that be split equally amongst everybody that played last year?
I think so. I think that's the way it works. I'm not positive. We should try to get that John Phillips guy to see if he knows anything about that because he does. I actually left him a message last night to try to call us if he could because I got some questions about the NFL thing as well.
Yeah, I like that guy when he was on the other day. It was cool.
Yeah, he was good. So hopefully we'll try to get him on. And got a little mixture of sport and court for us right now. We got John Phillips on the line. John, how you doing, man?
What's up, guys?
We're good. We got a couple questions for you. You're like our expert now. I hope you have to deal with it.
I'll do it every week, whatever.
All right. So we were talking about this NFL lockout, and the other day you said that you believe that today, I think, is the deadline. That you said 6:05 that you think we'll have some sort of announcement.
I said 6:05 Wednesday. I'm going to pretend I meant next Wednesday.
Okay. So you really think it's going to be next Wednesday then, huh?
Yeah. I talked to somebody that is affiliated with one of the two teams that are playing in the Hall of Fame Bowl, and they were told that the game was going to be on August 7th, and that it was going to get done. And I kind of took that to think they were going to get it ready. And I've since talked to one of the lawyers affiliated, and he's like, "Dude, we haven't even dotted the I's and crossed the T's yet." He's like, "You just sold yourself out." So, next. The timeline that I've kind of investigated now says next week. So we'll try again. Maybe 4:23 next Wednesday.
All right, we'll stick. Well, we'll cut you some slack here. It was your first prediction.
Yeah,
exactly.
What do you know about this NBA stuff? Do you know anything at all about what's going on with that?
A little bit. I heard. Somebody texted me this morning. You guys were talking about the $160 million, and I know a little bit about it. The overall lockout and issues are similar to the NFL's issues, so by comparison, I know a little bit. But the $160 million, I actually know about. If y'all want me to wax poetic on it.
Well, absolutely, because what I know about it so far is that there was about $160 million in escrow. Which goes to the players if the salaries fell below 57% of the league revenues last season. Now, who gets that money? When do they get it? All that kind of stuff.
This is the first year since 1989 that the full value is due. The league has to pay 57%, like you said, and they hold back 8% of everybody's salary. Kobe Bryant, the scrub, the scrubbiest scrub, gets 8% held back, and then they get it pro rata based upon whether the league hit their 57% number. And usually they don't owe the whole thing. This year they owe the full 8%, which is $160 million. And in negotiations, they've said, "Oh yeah, and we're going to give you this $160 million back." And the guy said, "Oh, you owe us that. Like you can't give it. That's like."
Yeah.
It's like you going to McDonald's and saying, "Oh, we're going to give you an extra French fry." I ordered the French fries.
Yeah, I've already paid for the French fries. They're mine.
Yeah, but they could screw you out of a French fry, and you wouldn't be none the wiser. Let's face it.
Now, do you know if every player will get the same exact amount, or is it according to the 8% that they were withheld?
It's pro rata. It's according to the 8% that they withheld. I saw the numbers, and the league minimum guys get 20 or 30,000, and then Kobe'd obviously get 8% of his mega deal. So that's the way.
Yeah, which is like $1 million.
And usually it's done towards the end of the season, and when all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, they distribute it, and it's to me it just reeks of I don't want somebody holding back 8% of my salary.
All right, in your opinion, between you're comparing the NFL lockout and the NBA lockout, which one's the ugliest?
I think the NFL. The NBA really hasn't gotten into the nya. That was the big. And if I'd gotten on you guys back in October, that's what I was harping on was D. Smith and Roger Goodell. D. Smith mainly just got into. He's a trial lawyer, and he tried to make this a $350 million, meaning the American public, jury trial. And I want you to like me, and I want you to like our side, rather than stick to the numbers and get the deal done.
Right.
And it was, he blasted off originally about how if the insurance benefits are cut off, there's going to be, pregnant mamas and children with dire medical issues that get cut off by the NFL owners. Well, that's taken a little too far. They can afford Cobra, and
yeah,
they're going to be covered. So that's not going on in the NBA, and Billy seemed to have learned some lessons from Dee's wrongdoings.
All right.
Now, what about, because before Gene Upshaw passed away, he was real buddy-buddy with Tagliabue, buddy-buddy with Goodell. Why didn't Gene, well, I guess because he died unexpectedly, but why wasn't there somebody up under him kind of groomed and still got that buddy-buddy going on, so this could have been taken care of?
Yeah, somebody on the take like he was.
He was buddy-buddy, and they knew that this was his last deal, and so the rumors are that he got a bit of a sweetheart deal from the owners from the get-go. Mm-hmm. And then they had the election for the replacement. There was about 6 guys that ran. And,
wasn't Troy Vincent one of them?
What's that? Troy Vincent was one. Mm-hmm. There was a couple former players, and those guys were the heir apparents. They had worked with Upshaw. And this young trial lawyer that had done mainly criminal law, had not played football since high school, decided that he wanted to step in, hired 15 people to write a treatise on labor law for him to know it, and presented a supposedly amazing PowerPoint presentation to all the team reps, and wowed them because he could sell ice to a snowman. He's that charismatic. And there's few people, if you guys have run into some, I'm sure you have, you guys are probably the same type guys that have it. What people say, like they say about Bill Clinton. Mm-hmm. Steve Smith's got it. He does. And so all of a sudden he wowed these people and convinced him that he was the best guy for the job. A guy with no labor law training, who had not played in the NFL, who had not been in management or related to the NFL. And so you can hire every advisor in the world, but if it's not part of your background and training, maybe that's not the job for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
But over the years, he's done okay with it. I didn't like the way he started off the shoot, but in going to the combine and hearing him talk and everything, he is pro player, and he is, everything he's doing is, at least he says, is worried about players in 5 years and 10 years from now, and that's key. Like the 18-game schedule, he said, that's 250,000 times head-to-head contact going to happen between training camp and practice and games. He said we can't give that up. We can't have those clashes because of the CTE and ALS issues that result, and the suicides, the Dave Duersons, and all of that people don't think about. This is a game that's causing people to kill themselves.
Yeah, well, if you're a Jaguar fan, you'd kill yourself too.
Yes.
All right, well, man, we appreciate it. We're going to hold you to Wednesday. You are on the clock now, mister.
4:23.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, John Phillips. And by the way, we want everybody in Jacksonville to tune into John, and your show is on Saturday.
Sunday.
CD? Damn it.
Sunday at 10 on 10:10.
Sunday at 10. I'm just trying to get this down. I really need to write things down. I'm very bad at this. Sunday at 10 at 10:10, and we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, John.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll talk to you later.